Hi guys, my name's Chris Wilson with Unshakable Man Men's Retreats. And in this video, I just want to answer the most popular question that we get from men who are interested in one of these retreats. And it's, what can I expect? So to answer this question, my first response is always, go ahead and schedule a free men's retreat info session with me. This is just a 30-minute opportunity for you and I to connect deeply one-on-one and for me to answer this question from your perspective. This gives you the opportunity to feel for yourself, does this feel like this is what I want in my life, what I need? And usually from that space, all your questions get answered. But if you're not ready to do that, or if you just want to learn a little bit more, here's how I like to answer this question. I like to think about this by first appreciating that all of the men who are co-creating this space are intentionally showing up at this space to be vulnerable, to open their heart, and to work on themselves because they want to show up in their life in a more empowering way. And they all have different lives and relationships and stories and wounds and traumas and visions of success for their life. And this is a deeply meaningful and important experience in a man's life, right? Like, we get so few opportunities as men and as human beings to witness deeply the experience of another human being's life. And so for a group of men to show up on a Thursday afternoon and to be together for a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday, doing deep work together, learning how to let go of our protected parts, how to co-create the space together. It's a deeply meaningful experience. The next thing I want you to appreciate is that when you arrive, we're just arriving there, and we'll go through this arrival practice, and we'll actually wait until all of the men are there before we walk into the retreat environment to create that space. We usually go on a 2 to 5 minute walk alone, one at a time as we enter the space. And this starts to deepen the space right away. And then that first night, all we're doing is really getting to know each other, getting to create some norms, and getting to share what in our life brought us there, what in our life made us want to be there. And then on Friday and Saturday, I'm not going to share with you all of the programming that we go through, because the whole point is for you to be able to let go, for you to be able to practice being in this brave space and taking risks and seeing yourself in a new way. And myself and the other facilitators, we've got you, okay? So then on Saturday, we close the retreat. And when we close the retreat, we always close on time so that men who are coming in from different places around the country can get back to the airport. But when the retreat ends, it's not over. That's when the integration begins. So the next thing I want you to appreciate is that we develop these very deep connections with this group of other men that are not our friends. They're not our family members. And what happens is when you see another man's heart and when he sees your heart and you connect on these deep parts of yourselves, we then plant these seeds of connection. And now these men can be there in your life to support you as you leave the retreat and you actually practice showing up in a new way, right? And this is where men's groups or triads usually form. And some of these men's groups, we always have one retreat integration call as a larger group, but more importantly, because we all have different schedules and different lives that we're going back to, smaller groups will form. And from these smaller groups, you start to build a community of men in your life who you can check in with every other week or every month over the next year of your life. And so this is where I like to appreciate, what can I expect? I can expect a life-changing experience where I'm going to build deep connections with a group of other men who want to show up in their life in a more empowering way. And this is probably the most impactful part of this work, is the community that you develop, but not a 400-person community, not a 1,000-person community that you get lost in, but a small community, a group of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 other men in your life who you can rely on to do this deep work together. So that's it. That's what you can expect from an Unshakable Man men's retreat. I hope that you reach out and schedule a one-on-one info session. It's totally normal to be scared or nervous or distrusting and to want to answer all of these questions. And that's why I offer these calls, is to just answer those questions for you. Okay? I hope you have a great day. I just want to congratulate you for even being interested in this work. And if an Unshakable Man men's retreat doesn't feel right to you, I hope you find a group. I hope you find something that you can go to show up in your life, to practice new skills, and to just show up in your life in a more open-hearted way. That's it. I'm Chris Wilson, and I hope to see you on the retreat list. Bye.